Halo. The franchise has taken both the gaming and sci-fi communities by storm for the last 9 years. During this time there have been over 2 trillion hours of game time logged worldwide. That's the equivalent of 228,311 years. That's the average lifespan of 3,297 people. The population, in fact, of a small... a small town, in fact. And that doesn't even include the popularity that it's sustained from the games and the new DVD releases of... Alright, that is it. Get over here now. Are you trying to kill me? That could have really hurt. Don't be sad. Would it cheer you up if you helped me introduce the show? Anyway, but this begs the question: how will a Halo community react to the release of a brand new game in the franchise? I'm Alistair Hawes, and this is Spark 711, and this is Halo Factor. There. You're happy now? Oh, she's just gonna walk. For years, Halo has been the main game for sci-fi and multiplayer gamers alike, receiving favourable notifications from all review magazines and even newspapers alike. But now the time of Halo and Bungie is coming to a close. But before they go down into blissful gaming history, we see the swan song of Halo, Reach. With all the hype and all the new features being put into the game to make it as powerful an ending as possible, and one that will be remembered for years to come, how does the audience feel in regards to this new game?
I've heard a little bit of hype about Halo. I mean, it's improved gameplay, better weapons, better storyline, which is good for those that are interested. I mean, I'm fairly interested, but I don't think it's got the same qualities as COD, and so for this I maybe wouldn't go out and buy it, but I am interested in playing it and seeing how it pans out.
With all this hype and publicity that has been given to Reach, Bungie saw fit to produce a series of action figures and accessories to further the feel for the game. Of course, this isn't the first time that the Halo franchise has expanded out into different areas of the public sector. For years, Halo has been pushing new products that go outside the boundaries of the game. Is this seen as a good idea for both the company and the franchise?
Well, I think Halo Reach, to be as serve as a prequel, I think, as for the fanboy, is really good. However, it's adding new stuff to it. It's expanding on the story, but it's also adding jetpacks to it, which wasn't around in Halo 3. So it's like Star Wars, where you're adding to it, to get the new fans in, which again is, if it's going to sell, it sells. You're adding again to the franchise, and that there seems to be a big hype around the release for it. So whatever keeps the developers in business, that's what keeps it going.
Hello there. As well as the toys and models and general action and playthings of the Halo series, there have also been notable publishments of the stories, such as the Halo novels themselves. To date, there has been 6 novels published. These novels are Halo: The Fall of Reach, Halo: The Flood, Halo: First Strike, Halo: The Ghost Psionics, Halo: Contact at Harvest, and my personal favourite, Halo: The Cold Protocol, which was originally an American release. With all this extra merchandise currently available for Halo, how does this affect its opinions to the audience, and how does it affect their views on the whole Halo series?
I have enjoyed many of the expanded things that have come out of Halo, such as the action figures, which I find really good and detailed, and they look really nice on the side and stuff to admire. I also like the comics, the books and the novels because they really do fill in parts of it, and they also put it into a medium that you can better understand by looking at it and seeing it for yourself firsthand.
Oh, hello there. I was just taking a quick spin in my car around this very nice map. Anyway, to continue, with all this change to the game's structure, how has this affected the overall understanding of the story of Halo? Is it at all possible that by releasing these novels, the story has become overcomplicated? What are the audience's views on this matter of Halo?
I mean, Halo is a good story, and I think it appeals to people because it's different. It's not expected, not something you see every day. And on this, it's well received amongst people. But it is a bit silly, the story, because it's a bit improbable that this one man or one alter being goes around and saves the whole universe. I mean, it's a bit far-fetched, isn't it?
Of course, alongside the written and, of course, the physical side of Halo products, there is also the more visual products, such as Halo Legends. Halo Legends is a collection of anime films developed by various Japanese studios, of course, in an effort to, very much like the novels, give that other idea to the audience that there's more than just the Master Chief going around blowing up Covenant armadas and all that. I mean, you know, it's very good animation. Look at it is. Sorry.
You saying Reach was a good idea, or not? Your choice. Go for a boss.
So of course, the main idea of Reach is it's a good idea to take a project that's been around for about 9-10 years now, nearly a decade of course, such as Halo, where it's got established characters, locations, everything else that an audience is well established with, learns from, and actually really likes. So I suppose the main thing is, for the audience anyway, Reach a good idea.
Okay, well, I think that the Halo trilogy itself, you know, was fine as it was. It didn't really need altering. And the developers themselves have said that's the last thing they're going to do. But then they released Halo Wars first, then they released ODST, and now they're talking about Reach, and it's like, well, is this definitely the last one now? And I just think, you know, the story as it was okay, and it's kind of like Star Wars really. You can't really beat the original trilogy, and then going back and improve it, I guess is okay for people who really enjoy the franchise. And adding to it, you know, they got books out now and everything like that. Action figures, you know, for the fanboy, it's really good.
Come on, get some of that. Have some of that. Hello. Just trying the product out. So anyway, we've spoken a lot about Halo itself and the story of it. However, we haven't really considered Bungie, the makers of Halo, and their vision of bringing sort of an old game that took place before even the very first one that was released, and applying new age technology, gameplay techniques, and, you know, it just makes it really strange to make a prequel for a game that's been running progressively for 10 years. But enough about what I think. Let's see what your views are on the subject.
Well, I personally think going back and re-looking at the history of Halo is a good thing. If, say, like, you were a fan of the series and knew what was going on, then it would be a homage to you and what you feel about the series. However, if it was like someone new coming into the game, then basically it just follows the basic Halo premise of going around and shooting aliens until they die, which can be related through any medium, and so going back isn't really a problem for that sort of game, really.
Well, that's pretty much it for this episode of Halo Factor. I was Spark711, and I am the greatest.
Hey, who said you could deliver the final statement? That's my job!
Well, you were too slow. Besides, I am much better at this than you are.
Better? Why, you little, I am going to have to teach you a lesson. Come here! Ow, you shot me!
Anyway, so that was Alistair Hawes, and I'm Spark711. Bye for now, and see you next time.